Go.
I'm usually not that much into preparations when it comes to starting to stream. Am I even streaming on the right
Really?
server? Yeah, I am. I am, right?
Am I even streaming on the right server?
Oh yeah, I am. Okay, I can see
I was about to
myself.
say, you better. You better, boy. You freaking better. You freaking. Alright, yeah. Is everything going in the
Yup, we live in.
Hey, we live in kids. Hello, Ryan. Welcome, you lovely. Welcome.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just did things.
Why would you do that? How dare you do things?
Now I threw my Switch over. Oh my god. My desk is such a mess the last days.
Don't worry about your desk. This is the wrong time to worry about your desk.
I know. I just pulled my keyboard here and my Switch was like doing the flop.
Anyways, hello everybody and welcome to this week's Runner Talk, where we are going to look at a couple of new world records, mostly in Ocarina of Time games and one game that's a bit older, some new stuff about the Nintendo Switch and Luigi's Mansion, and also a weird little glitch that has been found in the Minish Cap that kind of breaks the game in like an insane way. Like, what even? But to start off, we're going to look at Banjo-Kazooie, because that game has officially been brought to sub 1 hour, which grabbed my attention at least, since Ricky has never played Banjo-Kazooie.
True, but I can see that on the Xbox there is updated graphics, right?
I don't know exactly what the difference is between the Xbox and N64 version. As far as I know, the Xbox version is basically just a port of it.
I mean, I'm talking about the graphics interface. The rest really looks pretty much the same. But
oh, like that. Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure about that. Couldn't tell you, TBH.
I don't know. I've never played the game. Like I said.
Well, I haven't played the Xbox one, so I couldn't tell you. But now that speedrun has finally reached sub 1 hour, which is always an impressive mark for any game, really.
Yeah, it's been slightly above the 1 hour mark for quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, any percent isn't really the most popular category for this game because most people run 101%. Was that DK64? Or was it 100%?
Let me have a look. When it comes to categories here, we have 100%, any percent no RBA, any percent no dog, Sandcastle percent, and Mumbo's Mountain 100% trotless. Whoa.
That's quite a few, actually.
100% trotless must... Oh, whoa, that's not even that long. I would have expected that to be a longer run. Anyways, it's been actually an incredibly long time since someone has even submitted a run for this game, showing that the speedrun scene for it isn't that big at the moment, with the current world record, which is sub 1 hour and 59 minutes and 42 seconds, was done by the 8-bit Beast, and the person before that was actually a German.
What?
Yes, a German was the record holder of any percent.
I didn't even know
and he had a time of 1 hour and 8 minutes and 18 seconds, so it's actually quite a big improvement. And that run was submitted half a year ago, so for half a year, no one has even submitted a run of Banjo-Kazooie any percent Xbox.
Oh, for Xbox, I was about to ask.
Yeah, because this is to clarify a bit, this is for the Xbox version of the game. This is not for the N64 version. The N64 version is sadly enough still above 1 hour, currently sitting at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 56.
I think his internet died. Or my internet died. Nope, stream says I'm fine. But now you can have a look at Wiley's cute face while it's frozen. Okay, that's actually not good. Hold on.
What happened there?
Test. Discord decided to crash on you. Like, I don't know, I was like, alright, let's have a freeze frame of Wiley's face.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, that's good. Yeah, but also stream. You know, I mean, the hell.
Yeah, obviously. So hold
Cool, cool,
on,
cool.
hold on. Banjo-Kazooie. Because I think 100% does have... Oh, Xbox is a separate category.
Yeah, Xbox is separate category on everything.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Except for any percent no DOG for yeah, except for any percent DOG and Mumbo's Mountain 100% trotless. Besides that, everything is split up in N64 or Xbox.
Yeah, because...
Nobody runs the Xbox version, or is that just...
No. Just look at... Like I said, the 100% category is actually more alive. If you look at the 100% category, you can see that the last submission was yesterday. On the Xbox version, actually. It's not that dead.
And you can also see that, like, on any percent in general is more alive by the looks of it.
No. So much no.
I mean 100% is more alive in general.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, look at 100% N64 and look how many submissions there are.
Yeah. But of course, everybody's gonna play that on their childhood console, so it's understandable. On the other hand.
Yeah, and then there is Majora's Mask, which just abandons everything.
I know, right? All right, but they got a new world record. However, there's more we need to talk about because there have been too many records this month.
I mean, not too many, but boy, that was something.
Well, there are never too many records, but this week has been quite eventful, to say the least. And the next one on our little lovely list is the Wind Waker, the original SD for like the GameCube, which is not really, nobody really runs that anymore. But
it's
now,
not true, not true anymore.
Compared to HD, nobody really ran it.
Yeah, nobody ran it because nothing was found, and now that Barrier Skip was found, like last week, people actually started running SD again and abandoned HD.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, if you want to know more about that, check out last week's Runner Talk episode. We discussed Barrier Skip there. However, now we have some new records coming in. Yes. Of course, because Barrier Skip is like the most significant thing ever. It was a significant thing with HD, and it's yet again a significant thing with SD, now that they've found it out.
Now, the demon just jumped down there.
Oh, that hey, I love ghosts.
That is...
I could hear a ghoul. Blue.
Oh my god. Okay, this world record is far from optimized, but that demon says that himself. The funny thing is, last week we talked about Barrier Skip and how it works, like, with overloading the memory and such. And I said it's not going to change a whole lot because there are so many parameters, it's not going to make it much faster. Turns out I'm wrong.
Yeah, because this record, for the record, but how much time was saved on this run? Well,
almost 2 hours.
No, not 2 hours. What are you talking about?
Almost 2 hours, yes.
Is this the this is the ending percent, right?
Yeah.
Then you're lying.
No, I'm not. Almost 2 hours.
Wind Waker SD went from... Oh, no. Oh, mini... Never mind. I'm wrong. Because somebody else also submitted a run. But it went from... originally, the time for third... Oh my god, everybody just starts running the game again.
Yeah.
The oldest run that's on, like, speedrun.com for, like, SD, any percent... is 5 days ago by Gymnast.
Yeah, but that is a new category now because the old category now got renamed to, like, the old any percent is now any percent no actor unloading, which was 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Oh, and now it went to any percent with the current world record by Demon of 2 hours and 30 seconds, and Demon's other record for no actor loading, so that's without the barrier skip, is 3 hours, 48 minutes, and 17 seconds. So then you are right. Then it's like an hour and 48 minutes save, basically.
Yeah, and there are so many mistakes in that run. I mean, it's such a new trick, and it's super complicated. The thing is, I had to look at how it works. In theory, because no one could really replicate the barrier skip on an actual console up until Gymnast came up with a setup. And boy, the setup is long.
Really?
Holy.
Where where does it start? Does it even start outside of like Hyrule Castle?
Let
already?
me. It starts at Windfall Island. Yes,
What?
it starts. Yeah. This
It
is
starts that early?
Yeah. Let me see whether I can find it in the video. So, because what you have to do is, I'm really trying to look whether I can find it. Because what you're trying to do is, you want to go to Windfall Island and go to a specific spot where you can shoot arrows at like a door, and sight up into the wall at the same time. So you're sight upping, shooting an arrow into that door, which will then be collectible again. So you'll always sight up, shoot, collect the arrow. So you're always at the same arrow count. However, this clogs up the memory. So far, nothing specific. In order to prevent the memory from clogging up, the game has a mechanism which allows it to, which prevents the player to shoot arrows at a certain point. That is when the player starts trying to grab or to pull out the grapple hook or the grappling hook. Because that one also clogs up memory. And I think in Windfall Island, he then has to do that 200 times. Like, pull out the grappling hook 200 times, do a super swim to... I forgot what the location... Oh, Dragon Roost Island. Do it another 300 times. Get storage, free up memory by collecting a couple of rupees. Do it another 300 times.
Yeah.
Go to Forsaken Fortress. Do it like another 200 or 300 times in order to unload the door and get to the cutscene. Because otherwise you can't enter the door in Forsaken Fortress without the skull hammer. But so you need to unload that.
How sensitive is this run for failure?
Pretty darn sensitive.
Like, what is the chance of, if you mess up one little thing, of a reset?
Not very high, actually. Unless you do something like, I don't know, not unloading the door, then your run's dead. Or not unloading the NPC in Windfall Island, then the run's dead. Or not unloading a certain patch of grass, then the run's dead. So, okay.
So, anything that's a little bit bigger than a smaller mistake is a run killer?
Yes.
Bro.
And this way you go to Forsaken Fortress. From Forsaken Fortress on, it brings you to Hyrule 2. And in Hyrule 2, you have to do, I think, another 400 hookshot pulls, grappling hook pulls. Go into Hyrule, go out of Hyrule, shoot 30 arrows into the barrier, do another 200 grappling hook pulls, go into Hyrule, go out of Hyrule again, and then you have to shoot as many arrows into the barrier until it unloads. Go into Hyrule again, go out of Hyrule, do another 200, shoot arrows into the barrier again, and then you have to do a trick to go around Hyrule, because the barrier is highest priority when it comes to loading, if you actually enter the backside of Hyrule. So that thing is not gonna unload if you just want to cross the bridge. So you have to, I can actually go there. Yeah, you can see
This is a very complicated glitch.
Yes.
And it starts very early on. Well, I mean, it's still like the most important thing ever for Wind Waker, but my god, this is complicated.
Oh, it looks like you don't actually have to do that anymore. Back when I was looking at the setup, you had to go around the backside of Hyrule. Like, you had to exit Hyrule Castle from the site where the King of Red Lions is on, and then use a bomb boost to get out of bounds, and then use the deck you leave to float around Hyrule, basically. But you can see him, like, just going in and out of Hyrule Castle to clog up memory. This game's gotten so broken.
Oh my lord, yes. If like only one trick is able to cut basically half a run, basically. Yeah, it's easy half a run. It's more than half a run, basically. Then that already says enough, doesn't it? Because even Demon, like the current world record holder of the Wind Waker for GameCube, now that this new glitch has been found, already says in his note, first run skipping bow. A good run should at least be under 130. Not sure how much lower that can go.
Oh yeah, right, he skips bow, so there was a different setup to actually clog up the memory. Oh no, you actually don't have to go around Hyrule anymore.
So
Okay.
basically, what he says is that currently he has 2 hours and 30 seconds.
Yes.
But there's so much room for improvement that we can lower like another like half an hour, basically.
Yeah, but he's trying to do that for like 2 days now to get more runs going, and he's streaming for quite some time, and he hasn't gotten a run going. It always died at some weird point that something wouldn't unload.
Oh yeah, I bet it's gonna be trial and error kind of, but.
This is just crazy.
It totally is. This game is basically 100% broken at this point. I can guarantee you. It doesn't make sense at all. Oh my god. But
you can see how few items he has going into Ganon's tower.
But there is also another Zelda game that is even more broken now.
I mean, it's not more broken, it's just more optimized.
It's more beaten.
Yeah. Torge is a beast.
Because there is finally, after quadrillion years, a new Ocarina of Time any percent world record.
Yes. 16 minutes and 58 seconds. The first person and the first time the game ever got beaten in less than 17 minutes. And the YouTube comments are...
What are the YouTube comments actually?
There are so many YouTube comments being like, well, actually, it's not that many, but there is so many YouTube comments being like, oh my god, you cheated, play the game legit, you were playing a ROM hack, blah 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 blah. I can't find it right now, but he's always posting it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, but like basically for the people who have never seen an Ocarina of Time any percent run, we have a video on the channel, by the way. Go check that out if you want. It is from the older run though, but it gives you an idea of what they're doing. Oh my god, it's so broken. Like Ocarina of Time, like they just found a way to break it like basically right from the start with by using the final fight in the Great Deku Tree and the warp there.
Yeah.
And they just found a way to manipulate that warp and get yourself all the way to the end of the game.
It's not only that. It's also the get item manipulation. It's the instant clip to void warp. It's everything.
Oh yeah. No. Oh. There's way more broken about the game. Don't worry. Don't worry. But just the fact that just saves the most time. That's why I pointed out. Like, if they want to know more, they better watch the video on the channel. Why are you explaining things while you could be making more ad revenue? What are you doing? Ricky, you're shooting yourself in the foot. The hell?
Something I really love about this video is he has a heart rate monitor at the top left of his webcam. And it's usually like at around 80 BPM, 80 to 90, which is already pretty high. Like the average human is like what, 60, 70.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But
when do I need to worry that I'm gonna die?
Around 200, 210. That's where it gets dangerous.
Oh really? All right. Because mine doesn't run at 60, 70, but we'll get to that later.
Really? I mean, mine used to run at like 80, 90 for the longest time, but now it's slowed down.
How did you slow it down?
I don't know. I got older. I'm old now.
I don't know. I think mine doesn't run at 60, 70. I'll test it sometime soon. Don't worry, I won't die. I'll be here, kids.
I think the last time I checked that it was at 67 or something.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's scary. But yeah, continue.
like I said, he's usually somewhere between the 80, 90, so it's nothing big really. Because he gets those runs up to this point fairly often. Like so far, nothing big. So he gets into the Goma fight. He's at 99 BPM, nothing big. I mean, just a couple of runs die before that. So he's getting a really little bit excited. He's just getting his hopes up.
Yeah.
Gets into Deku Tree again. We're at like 105 now. Nothing big. Get to the wrong warp. Gets the hyperextended super slide to the door. 110. Goes up to 120. And you can see it go up by the second. 130. Then he gets the wrong warp.
It would have been horrible if he just got a heart attack near the end of it, wouldn't it? My lord.
Like, it's so crazy. Then he's at the Hess. He gets the Void Warp, and you see it. 120, 124, 129, 130, 140, 145, 148, 150.
150.
160. Yeah, it goes up to 180, I think, at some point.
180. My god, then your heart's racing. You must be pumping with adrenaline.
180 beats per minute. I was looking at it, I was like, oh my god, don't get a heart attack, please.
Oh my god, that's absolutely that's actually like proper dangerous.
Yeah, it is dangerous, actually. It's not very dangerous, but it is dangerous.
Also, thank you, Fast Boys LOL, for the I love this channel. I hope you guys are doing okay. We're doing alright. YouTube's just kind of killing us, but that's fine. But yeah, it's fucking... It's so crazy. It's so crazy. How can this man do this without dying? 180! I've never ever seen someone's heart rate go that fast.
No. Yeah, like when he's about to deliver the final blow, it goes at like 175, 176, 7.
How mental does he go at the end?
Not too. He's not screaming or anything, but you can see that he is... He doesn't really know how to handle it, I'd say. It's crazy. It's so crazy. It makes you feel happy when you see that.
Absolute mad lad. Like, oh, how could you even do that without just absolutely dying?
I don't know. I can't deal with that kind of nervousness. I've dealt with it before during races and record attempts and whatnot, and you do the weirdest mistakes. Like, your brain just doesn't function anymore.
Well, like, I can like, personally, I can handle it quite okay. The time that I usually get like I'm dying of adrenaline borderline is when I'm with my friends.
Okay.
And it's like a Saturday evening and we're all just playing Smash.
Come
And
on.
we've had a couple of drinks. I sometimes get so into Smash that I just feel like my heart racing, and I just feel like my body's just being like getting clenched, you know, and like
Okay.
that's and during Mario Kart, like those two moments, yeah, those are actually the moments that I just get like, I need to do this.
Can we talk
then I
about
just
Kingdom
die.
Hearts? What is it with Kingdom Hearts?
What
Sorry.
is wrong with Kingdom Hearts? I see Goofy running around and doing, and he just scares the hell out of me.
The hate is real.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
Mickey Mouse is in it, and it's disgusting.
No, I don't know. I love Kingdom Hearts, but I haven't played the third one yet. And
What? Fake fan.
What? You,
Fake
no,
fan.
I don't want to.
KYS, KYS,
Wow.
fake fan, KYS.
The thing is, I wanted to get a Kingdom Hearts tattoo, but I haven't heard good things about the third game, so I'm now like, I want to play the third game first before I get one.
Bro, you have a tattoo of a game you've never played.
But I know everything about that game, please.
Yeah, but you've never played it. Like, what?
There's a difference between there is a difference between a ruined story and not a ruined story. Like, what the hell?
I just had to do it.
That's not how it works.
Anyways, lovelies, there's also other news besides new runs that are absolutely mind-boggling, because there's also a new Nintendo Switch model that does some impressive things that no one would have ever expected, and I am going to tell you in detail what happened because I am up to date.
Because I am up to date.
I am.
All right.
I
Go ahead,
am.
superior being.
All right. Apparently Nintendo has patented and already told about it and everything. They actually showed it. No, they didn't show it off, but they mentioned it that it's coming. They're gonna bring a new Nintendo Switch, which is gonna be an updated version of the old one, which will probably get rid of a lot of the old quirks it had and problems. I assume at least. But one thing that's certain already, because a recent FCC listing revealed that, is that Nintendo is planning to update the Switch with a new CPU and storage. The new model, dubbed HAC001, should start appearing in stores soon. You'll need to check for serial numbers starting with XKY to make sure you get the model with the best battery life. The reason why you want that is because you might think, oh, the battery life got a little bit better. No, the battery life got like increased by around 50%. Because a game, it depends on the game. For example, Breath of the Wild is going from the current normal Switch, so the current version that we have. It's going to go from 2.5 hours Breath of the Wild to 5.5 hours of Breath of the Wild.
That's not 50. That's 100%.
Well, it is. Like I said, like I said, it depends on the game. For example, Breath of the Wild is like highly optimized now, and now with the new hardware, it's going to be great. And for the people who are wondering, how does that work, Wiley? Well, it's just the CPU has the same power as the current one in the Switch. It's just a more efficient model, so it uses less power in order to work.
Ooh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's basically the TLDR that FCC listing reveals. It's just a more efficient CPU that drains less voltage, uses less voltage, while achieving the exact same result. And so the battery can last longer. And I bet I bet just internally the entire device is going to be more power efficient. Way more power efficient. However, it is not more powerful. It is not a better Switch. It's not going to run the games better, apparently.
This actually makes me wonder whether Nvidia or Nintendo, probably both, have teamed up with AMD now for the new processor, because now that AMD is up with those 7 nanometers processors, it would make sense because their power consumption is way down.
Well, I'm not sure about that, because custom architecture for the Tegra chip that goes to waste if you do so.
Not necessarily.
Well, you'll have to change it for like a lot, and the optimization for games would be very different as well, wouldn't it?
I mean,
I don't think that's likely per se. I think it would be way too much effort. You know that the Tegra line has just continued to develop, right?
Yeah.
Because it's used in artificial intelligence cars.
It's also used in the Nvidia Shield.
Also that, although they haven't done a whole lot with that in a long time. Their main focus with the Tegra chip currently is for automotive. As far as Nvidia says, at least.
Yeah, but
that's what they always boast about.
It would make sense then
tag.
to actually go for a different CPU if that one was being developed anyways. I mean, it's not like ARM is like spectacularly new now.
What is IRM?
ARM
Yeah.
is the architecture of the CPU. It's the cell phone CPU architecture. Hold on, let me. What does it stand for?
What does it stand for? You tell me, Ricky.
Don't know what it stands for. Hold on.
But regardless, it's gonna give us a lot more playtime.
Yes.
For like, oh, it's gonna be such a dramatic difference. It's basically gonna go from, oh, I'm playing a AAA game on the go. I need to bring my battery bank with me, my power bank, to my Switch is charged. I can freak off.
Yep. I mean, 5 hours is crazy.
Yeah, and that's with Breath of the Wild. There are even games that are less demanding for the console, like even in-between games. Just imagine a bit of an in-between game, like, oh, I still have Breath of the Wild open. You can't see this. This will reveal the next video on Wily.
So there is not much more about the light, is there? Yeah,
no. I mean, I still understand why you would buy a light. However, the new version of this Switch, which will be just as expensive, does look like a better deal. Also, my niece just bought a Switch for her son, and I think they're gonna cry when they hear this. They got it for a good price though. They got like 6 AAA games, like Mario Kart and stuff, and the Switch for €450. So that's not bad.
Fine.
That's a quite good price.
Yeah.
But for example, just imagine a game like Super Mario Maker 2. Just imagine that, because that's not on the low end, but also nowhere near on the high end of power consumption for the console. It will be able to run this for, my estimation, 7, maybe 8 hours, which is absolutely insane.
This is crazy. This seriously is crazy.
Like I said this earlier to Ricky. I have never, ever in my life seen a console run, like a handheld console run for that long. Because
the Vita already had pretty good life.
Nowhere near like on a AAA game. Nowhere near like 5.5 hours on a AAA game. Hell no.
Yeah,
Hell no.
No, I just wanted to say, for a handheld, the PS Vita is pretty strong battery-wise already, but it's not getting close to the Switch.
No, PS Vita has, if I remember correctly, 3 to 4? Oh, 3 to 5.
Oh, okay.
Playtime, with the 3D effect turned on, up to 8 hours of the original, of the original games of like the PSP. So with like garbage games, it has 8 hours.
Garbage games, excuse me?
Well, like garbage resolution games. It has 8 hours, and with heavy intensive games, 3 to 5, which was also still really good. However, you need to keep in mind, and that's where this system kind of like falls apart with like its impressiveness. Its screen is a lot smaller though.
Yeah,
and like
true.
In a lot of ways, it's just not the same story as a Nintendo Switch, I would say. I own a PS Vita, so I've messed around with it before. It's not a bad console actually. If you see a PS Vita somewhere, handy tip for you lovelies out there who love to do fun stuff in their free time. If you find a PS Vita somewhere for like dirt cheap, for like 50 quid or something, ask the person if you can look at it and look at like the current update on it, like what the update version is. And if it's lower than 3.69, you have to look up what the current hacking scene for the Vita is when you see it. But it's actually great for emulating games. It can run DS, Game Boy, SNES, NES, N64. It can run a lot of retro games, and quite well. Yep. And it has been optimized with Vita Shell a lot, so it's pretty good at it. I wanted to update mine a while ago. I haven't been able to crack the code yet to get it working and everything.
Really?
It's harder than you think.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did it before.
PlayStation. Well, I'm doing it on the new one.
Oh,
Because
okay. I don't know.
mine was
about the new one.
updated a bit ago, so it's on 3.69. So I
think
have to
they're-
use the new hack for it.
I'm pretty sure it did. Mine was at 3.67, I think, which should
Yeah,
also use the new one.
That one is easier.
Are you sure? Hold on.
Yeah. Because the one I was using was out for like a week when I tried it.
Should be this one.
But that's a little good piece of advice. They are hacking cheap nowadays. PSP, same story, and they're so easy to hack. They're so easy to hack. You can run so many cool games on it. For some reason, mine didn't want to connect to the PC. That was my biggest problem. It kind of rejected the connection. Well, I'll mess around with it later. This is not a problem for now, Ricky.
I want to look it up now.
Bruh.
You know how I work.
At least set up Luigi's Mansion, then I'll talk about Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Is there a video?
My cousin is selling his PSP for 25 quid. Buy it, Mick, lol, and turn it into a great retro console. It's really easy with a PSP, especially a PSP. Really easy with that. Can you put up the launch trailer for me?
Is there a launch trailer?
There has been a trailer out for ages. Put it on playback.
Huh?
Put it on playback loop.
Yep.
And then you can go figure that out.
Nintendo Switch
And
trailer.
won't take my money. Oh, that's kind of sad.
Alrighty. Here you go. And I can
Thank
look
you
up
very much.
Stuff.
Because, lovelies, aside from a new Switch version, which is obviously an amazing thing, and a little update, I'm probably going to buy it so I can mess around with my current Switch and like take it apart and understand the internals. It's going to be fun. And of course, that battery life is so good, it's worth buying a brand new one, TBH. And mine will be 2.5, almost 3 years old by then. My lord. Because I bought it at launch. But there is also a new game coming at the end of this year during the spoopy month, October, because they have a release date for Luigi's Mansion 3. Woo! Apparently, it's gonna come out on, I think it was October 10th. Let me look that up exactly for you, lovelies. October 31st. Ooh, I was wrong. That's why we fact check, kids. It's coming out October 31st, 2019. That's when our spooky adventures can finally commence, which I'm actually quite hyped for, because I played the first Luigi's Mansion, and apparently this game is going to be a combination between the second and the first Luigi's Mansion, in terms of gameplay style and everything. So I'm actually quite interested how that's going to turn out, and I like the overall idea of Luigi's Mansion a lot, to be honest. It always seems I like that that Luigi finally gets something to do.
I mean, first of all, I haven't played the. Oh my god, I haven't played the games.
Have you played any game, bruh? Have you only been speedrunning Majora's Mask your whole life?
I mean, you don't really get to do a whole lot when you're speedrunning, you know. Or working with controllers. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, right. Just looking at the trailer right now, it kind of looks like Luigi is just tired of it. The way he's just slamming things around. It's like, I've been scared my whole life. Just screw it.
I actually, Luigi is also something I like about the game, to be honest. I like Luigi, and apparently they are considering a spin-off game with Luigi.
What? Really?
Yes, they said that. They said that. I'm not even messing around. They really said that. They said that on Twitter. That was something that like a couple of like Nintendo Life and whatnot made articles about. But apparently they are considering or just toying around with the idea of like a Luigi spin-off game. I have no idea what they're gonna do with it, and I hope they're not gonna bet like a ton of money on it. And I hope they're just going to make a bit of a cool but simple game out of it, just like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for maximum 40 quid. I personally hope like maximum 20, but I don't know what their plan is with it. Could be really cool. Who knows? Luigi has more options than Luigi. in terms of like movement and physics. But by the way, what did you find on the PS Vita?
It's possible. If you want, I can send you how it works, like what you have to look for.
Oh yeah, sure.
It works on
Please.
3. Oh. Yeah, it works on, like, there is one for 3.69 and one for 3.7. So, yeah. Hold on.
Can you please send that to me? Because I would love to turn that into an emulator beast, to be honest.
I'm just gonna send you the name because that page is in German.
I will use Google Translate, that doesn't matter. You can send it in German. Google will automatically translate it to English for me.
Alright.
You can also send the website and the name, and either of the whatevs.
You know, terms of service and whatnot. I don't really want to... Not everyone has to see it.
Yeah, I can probably... Yeah, I can... Yeah, that should be fine. I'll mess around with that sometime.
Nice!
But in general, I'm actually quite excited for Luigi's Mansion 3. I think I'm gonna buy it. And I'll just have to find the time to play it, though.
Should I play the first and the second one? Are they worth it?
Play the first. Especially the first. Second one you can skip out on. Second one is a bit more bland, because the first had very iconic bosses with like good and interesting mechanics. I mean, the second still had some cool. I haven't played the second, but I've researched it a lot for videos. And the problem with the second a lot, and I can totally understand why people criticized it, and it's very logical, is in the first game you had very iconic ghosts. They were certain characters with backstories, and they were actual people. In the second game, they were kind of replaced with generic-looking ghosts with a handful of different mechanics spread across them.
Alright.
So that took away the personal aspect, and also you kind of went from place to place to place to place, and there wasn't really a main hub where you went through.
Oh,
because because in the first game you had the mansion. In the second game you were kind of going to a couple of different places in like the Ghost Valley. And now we're going back to like a set place. Ghost enemies that have an actual story and are actually people and look different and act different and have themes about them. For example, the cop that you see in the trailer, or the knight on horseback, like the jouster. That's all like more personalized, and that's what people have been missing from the first. So I would advise you to play the first. Second, you can play it; it's still fun, but the first is certainly better than the second.
I'm asking because there's still so many games I gotta catch up on.
Let's first do Link's Awakening, though.
Yeah, once the remake's out. The
remake looks really good, so you should.
Hopefully, I'll manage, before Metroid Prime 4 gets released, I'll manage to play through the first 3.
Hope you do.
Huh?
Well, I hope you do.
Oh, okay.
But lovelies, besides all this news and speedrun, horse doodle, we also have something else. A weird little trick. Our only trick of this week, actually.
Yes.
Because last week was a bit of a rodeo when it comes to like tricks, with like barrier skip taking over half the show, basically. And but we also have there was also another trick from the Minish Cap, and Ricky has never played the Minish Cap, so yet again another game he has to play. This is like my favorite 2D Zelda game. What is wrong with you?
I like how the overall theme today is Ricky hasn't played it.
Well, you kind of skipped out on a lot of, like, I haven't played everything as well. I'll be fair about that. I've seen every game. I know what's in it and like how it works and how it functions and why and everything. Just like you have with Link's Awakening, you know. I haven't played everything, but I've played most of it. For example, I haven't played Zelda 2, Zelda 1. I haven't played Ages.
Ages is good. I haven't finished it though.
I've only played Seasons, which I didn't like that much. Seasons, I kind of quit at some point because it was too much combat that was just horseshit. Like, just fill the room with like a gazillion enemies,
True.
and not even like clever combinations of enemies that work well together, or just like a billion enemies in a room, and that makes it difficult. Like, no, that's cheesing it. But when it comes to the Minish Cap, what the glitch basically is, as far as we can see, is it's also a thing they use in a Link to the Past, Link to the Past, where they kind of clip between an upper and lower floor, which kind of messes with the game, allowing them to walk everywhere
Pretty much.
without a problem. And how they do that is they use the Cane of Paki. I think the name was Cane of Paki at least. And normally in the game, you use the Cane of Paki to flip things and also to shoot that magic ball into a hole. And then when you jump in it, you will start to spin, and then spin jump sort of out of it to get to a higher level. But what they do with the Cane of Paki here is they use it to spin, and then they do it at a certain angle, so they end up between those two layers, and now they can just walk anywhere and nothing matters, breaking the game. And this will probably have gigantic implications on the speedrun, like absolutely insane implications, because this little trick with the Cane of Paki is actually seen in quite a lot of dungeons and places throughout the game. And how far they can take it with those places, you know, depending on what they can do with it, how far they can take the game in terms of breaking it. This game could basically be dead in a week. Like, absolutely destroyed.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, looking at how things are going as of late with speedrunning, with glitch hunting, what is happening?
Oh yeah, it's like, it's all of a sudden like the speed, like somebody grabbed the dial and just cranked it beyond 100. Like 110, 120, 150, 1 billion.
Wind Waker falling apart, Skyward Sword falling apart, now Minish Cap's falling apart.
Ocarina of Time below 17, Banjo-Kazooie below an hour. Like, everything is just getting pushed. Like, even games that everybody thought, oh yeah, this is done, you know, it's not gonna go lower, who cares? Yep. They do. And just a lot of, like, big franchises just falling apart in, like, major ways.
This is absolutely insane. Oh yeah, right. There was also that new trick in Breath of the Wild. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, the infinite moon jumping.
Oh, help. This has all gotten so crazy. Unbelievable. This is just... What? Why?
I know, right? It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. I don't know how to do it. Color me surprised in every way, I would say. They got me by the hook!
Where's that from?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's my own creation. Trademarked.
It sounded
ruined
like...
it for everyone.
Thought it was something like Peter Pan at first or something like
that. It would have fit with like Captain Hook and you got me hooked. That would have actually fit. Sounds like something from it sounds like something from a cartoon show in general, or like how do you
something.
Adult Swim, like an Adult Swim cartoon. Kind of reminds me of that as well. You need to visit the temple 4 times throughout the game to get all 4 seasons. First you get winter, then summer, then spring, then finally fall. Yeah, that, like Henry, that part of seasons is cool. But the main mechanic of seasons rests on combat. And I just don't think that works well. So I inherently already think it's flawed in that regard. Because their way of doing difficulty is just a billion enemies in a room, which I think is a bit of a lazy cop-out.
I don't know. I've only played Seasons, and the last time I played, like, the only time I played Seasons, I was how old? 9 years old? I'm getting old.
I think Wiley should play Ages then. Yeah, I should. I think I'll like Ages more, even though I'm not amazing at puzzling in Zelda games. I do like the puzzling, though, but it can frustrate me at times. But I think I'll enjoy the puzzles more. I think they will be more creative. Just like they were very creative in... other 2D games like Minish Cap, like A Link Between Worlds and whatnot. In general, I think puzzles in 2D Zelda games always work well. But
What is
Yeah.
happening outside? Oh,
A
whatever.
riot.
Yeah, it sounds like there is a riot.
Where in Germany do you live again?
Huh?
Where in Germany do you live again?
Somewhere. No, I mean, I would say close
you
to
don't-
Frankfurt, but it's a fairly small city. So, oh no.
Yeah, because I was about to say, is there a reason for a riot?
No.
I'm really curious what's up next, though. I think for next week we'll certainly see. All right, let's give a little predictions round.
All right.
This could be fun. What do you predict to be in next week's Runner Talk? I personally think Wind Waker SD is going to be cut, like shorter.
Yes.
Probably a new Minish Cap record.
Yeah.
Maybe some more details about the new Nintendo Switch, and that's kind of it.
Ooh, that's not a whole lot. Let me think. Nothing in Majora's Mask. Wind Waker SD. Twilight Princess doesn't really have any. What is happening with Twilight Princess anyways? There's nothing. Never. Ever.
People need to actually step on the gas with that game because it's gonna be left behind. TBH.
Also, Ooh. How do I? No.
Don't break it. Don't break it. Nah, don't.
Oh, doesn't matter. I'm actually curious. Skyward Sword. Was there a new record? No, 20 days ago. I would say it's about time, but I don't think we're gonna see it next week because everyone's on the Wind Waker train.
Wind Waker grind, yeah. Gymnast is also on the Wind Waker grind, of course.
And Chaotic Ace is about to come back as well. Who used to have the world record for Wind Waker SD for the longest time.
Oh yeah, oh he's gonna have a field day, my lord. He's actually gonna have a field day. But no, there hasn't been a run for Twilight Princess in months. That's been like, well, the last world record was for HD. Any percent was 14 days ago. And all dungeons 9 days ago. And that's kind of, yeah, and some minor categories here and there, but nothing really significant. There haven't been a lot of runs submitted for HD even.
Yeah, no, okay. I was considering whether we're gonna see A Link to the Past, but the new glitches that were found in A Link to the Past, that were found like 2 weeks ago, the community has decided to ban them in pretty much all categories.
Why? Let's ban fun.
Arbitrary code execution?
Yeah, that's
about
fun.
that one.
You can make it a separate category. Didn't they even turn it into a separate category?
No, I don't think so.
Not
yet, at least.
Then I think it's dumb. If there's not going to be a separate category and it's just ousted by the entire community, then I think it's dumb. Then it's just robbing people of a crazy speedrun for no reason. Just because you think the time is too good or something. Even though, like, a bunch of other games and categories have arbitrary code execution categories. That's dumb.
I mean, any percent can't go a whole lot lower in A Link to the Past. That thing is down to 1 minute and 31 seconds. But...
Well, they could make other categories more interesting.
Yeah, that was the plan originally, but it seems like it's not really allowed.
That's dumb. I hate it.
Maybe it's allowed in like major glitches, but no one's been using it yet.
Blow them up. I don't like them.
Blow them up! Alright.
I don't like them. Wiley votes no. Why? Oh my lord. But lovelies, these were our topics for this week's Runner Talk.
Yes!
We are at the end. What do you want to have in Breath of the Wild 2? Better dungeons. The end.
Wow, you're a better story.
Oh, we'll get that for sure. I'm not too afraid of that. But lovelies, we will have to leave you all, and we will see all of you next week.
Yes.
We started about an hour ago and we are quitting now. We do this every Wednesday, so tune in next week where we will cover any new Nintendo related topics, either be it speedrunning, glitching, or in general Nintendo news. So, yeah, be sure to join us next week, and I hope all you lovelies enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll be seeing us next week. Bye!
Bye!